free automatic safety shutoff float that prevents the drum from overfilling. To empty the drum, simply turn the knob on top of the pump to the empty position, then turn on the compressed air. A popping sound of the drum top can be heard as the air fills the top of the drum and pushes the liquid back through the standpipe and hose. The pump regulates the airflow into the drum, so it never comes close to the 7 psi burst pressure of the drum. The reversible drum vac is commonly used to fill and empty coolant sumps. The 5-gallon mini drum vac is shown here, being used with the spill recovery kit to quickly vacuum a floor spill. The deluxe reversible drum vac systems include a drum dolly, spill recovery kit, a 10-foot vacuum hose, and all the tools. Premium reversible drum vac systems ship complete with either a 55 or 110-gallon drum that has a lid and a lock ring. These systems include the drum dolly, spill recovery kit, an upgrade to heavy-duty aluminum tools, and compressed air hose. Xair's reversible drum vac is an intelligent compressed air product that's built to last. If you'd like to know more about Xair's reversible drum vac, please contact an Xair application engineer at 1-800-903-9247 for the US and Canada. Our worldwide number is 513-671-3322. Do you get tired of the nasty smell of rancid coolant? Do you hate dealing with the mess and the sludge that's in your parts washer? Getting rid of the smell and the mess are jobs that people will put off for as long as possible. But with machining operations, you can't just put it off. The machine operator is sure to become instantly frustrated when having to stop running production in order to locate the chips that have just blocked the coolant flow. If the operator of a standard machine fails to spot the lack of coolant flow, immediate damage can occur to the expensive part and the tooling. Chips accumulate in most sumps, and they end up being pumped along with the coolant into the nozzles where the chips can accumulate, and sure enough, the nozzles get clogged up. If low coolant flow happens on a machine equipped with a high-pressure coolant system, an audible alarm sounds, and the machining process stops abruptly. In any case, it happens without notice. There's no choice other than to spend half a day shoveling the chips out of the sump, emptying the smelly coolant, and cleaning up the mess. Regular cleaning of your sumps with Xair's Chip Trapper gets rid of these problems, along with the added benefits of extending the coolant life and getting rid of the smelly mess. It offers a fast, easy way to remove solids such as chips, swarf, and shavings from used coolants and other liquids. The Chip Trapper vacuums up the contaminated liquids full of solids and debris, and then, with the simple turn of a handle and a knob, the only thing that pumps out is cleaned liquid. Chip Trapper is ideal for use on machines with sumps, parts washers, pits, tanks, and storage containers. The Chip Trapper is easy to assemble and use. The filter bag is installed by tilting it and slipping it over the filter bag adapter and then pulling it downward for it to seat into position. The drum lid is secured in place with a locking ring. To move the liquid in and out of the drum, the Chip Trapper uses Xair's Model 6091 reversible drum vac, which is a two-way drum pump. The stainless steel pump with a manual shutoff valve is threaded into the 3/4 MPT inlet of the drum. The swivel end of the supplied compressed air hose is then connected to the inlet of the manual shutoff valve. A clean, dry source of compressed air should be used. Since Chip Trapper is compressed air powered, there's no motors or impellers to clog or wear out, and there's no electricity or shock hazard. The directional valve assembly with the two quick-release lever lock fittings is secured onto the drum lid. One end of the 10-foot length of chemical-resistant hose slides onto the barb fitting of the directional valve. The aluminum wand is then inserted into the other end. To vacuum the liquid, the directional flow control valve on top of the drum and the knob on the pump are set to the fill position. The air supply valve is opened, and the pump immediately starts pulling in the contaminated liquid through the hose and into the drum. All the chips and the solids are trapped by the 5-micron filter bag. In the event there would be more than 55 gallons of liquid, there is a spill-free automatic safety shutoff float that prevents the drum from overfilling. When all the liquid is in the drum, the air supply is turned off. The filtered liquid can then be pumped out by setting the directional flow control valve on top of the drum and the pump to the empty position. Once the air supply valve is opened, a popping sound on top of the drum can be heard as the air fills the top of the drum and pushes the liquid back through the standpipe and hose. The pump regulates the airflow into the drum so it never comes close to the 7 psig burst pressure. All of the chips and the solids remain in the reusable filter bag. Only clean coolant pumps back out of the drum. Expensive coolant that used to last only 6 weeks can now last 6 months or more with regular use of the chip trapper. The chip trapper includes the stainless steel pump assembly with the directional flow control valve, a 55-gallon drum with lever lock lid, 10 feet of chemical resistant hose, 20 feet of compressed air hose, the aluminum chip wand, 2 reusable 5-micron filter bags, and a drum dolly. An optional spill recovery kit is also available. X-Air's Chip Trapper is an intelligent compressed air product that's built to last. If you'd like to know more about X-Air's Chip Trapper, please contact an X-Air application engineer at 1-800-903-9247 for the US and Canada. Our worldwide number is 513-671-3322. X-Air's Chip Vac is an industrial duty vacuum that picks up dry or wet chips and delivers them to an ordinary drum. The Chip Vac is used to clean chips from fixtures, floors, and work surfaces of machining centers, lathes, saws, mills, and other industrial equipment. There is no motor to wear out or freeze up, no impellers to clog, and no moving parts to wear out. There is a Chip Vac system that fits an ordinary open-top 110-gallon, 55-gallon, and 30-gallon drum. There's also a mini Chip Vac system that includes a 5-gallon drum that's perfect for the easy cleanup of small messes. The Chip Vac is easy to assemble. The Chip Vac vacuum generator is threaded into the 2-inch diameter hole on top of the supplied drum lid. On the underside of the drum lid, a piece of hose is attached to the Chip Vac vacuum generator, which directs the particulates to the bottom of the drum. The hose hanger is then threaded into the 3/4 inch MPT hole on top of the drum lid. The 0.1 micron filter bag is secured to the flange in the middle of the drum lid with the band clamp that's provided. The drum lid with the assembled components is placed on top of the drum and secured with the lever lock ring. A brass pipe tee has been threaded into the compressed air inlet of the Chip Vac unit. A pressure gauge is installed into the center 1/4 MPT female inlet of the pipe tee. This will make it easy to monitor the compressed air supply and eliminate a possible pressure drop that could affect performance. The Chip Vac works best when powered at 80 psig or 5.5 bar. The Model 9030 3/8 inch MPT manual shutoff valve is threaded into the remaining 3/8 inch MPT female opening of the T. A compressed air hose is then attached to the manual shutoff valve. A clean, dry source of compressed air should be used. A 10-foot length of chemical-resistant hose that has a cuff on each end is supplied. One end slides onto the barbed end of the Chip Vac vacuum generator. The appropriate tool for the application can be inserted into the other end. For this application, the aluminum chip wand is being used to vacuum coolant-laden chips directly to the drum. The deluxe Chip Vac systems include a drum dolly that makes it easy to move the heavy drum full of chips. Premium Chip Vac systems ship complete with either a 55 or 110-gallon drum. These systems include the drum dolly, an upgrade to anti-static vacuum hose, heavy-duty aluminum tools, air hose, and quick connect fittings. A lot of companies get in a routine where they shovel their machines all at once and end up with a variety of metals in the drum. Drums that contain a mixture of chips have very little value. Recycling companies pay premium dollar when the chips are kept separate, where each drum contains one specific metal. As you see here, one 55-gallon drum is full of stainless steel chips, while the other is full of aluminum. The 5-gallon mini chip vac is shown here vacuuming up dusty absorbent from the floor. An ordinary electrical vacuum isn't built to withstand dusty materials like this and would eventually fail, not to mention the dust cloud that it would create. You'll notice here that there is no dust cloud. The 0.1 micron filter bag keeps the surrounding area clean. When the filter bag gets dirty, it can be washed out and used over and over again. If you're tired of purchasing electrically powered vacs only to have them wear out a short time after you buy them, you can end that cycle now. Purchase an X-Air chip vac. It has no moving parts to wear out and is an intelligent compressed air product that's built to last. If you'd like to know more about X-Air's chip vac, please contact an X-Air application engineer at 1-800-903-9247 for the US and Canada. Our worldwide number is 513-671-3322. Heat buildup on dry machining operations can be an expensive problem. It reduces tool life, messes up tolerances, and slows machining rates, which can ruin productivity. When cutting oil can be used, a heavy smoke cloud is generated that fills the machine shop. X-Air's cold gun can eliminate those problems. It converts an ordinary supply of compressed air to cold air that is 50 degrees Fahrenheit below the supply air temperature, which is a 28 degrees C drop. It's non-adjustable to prevent freeze-up, and it's set to provide the most cooling possible. Operation is quiet, and there are no moving parts to wear out. The cold gun prevents heat cracking of carbide during tool sharpening, and eliminates the tool edge burning while increasing tool life between regrinds. It is commonly used to cool fly cutters up to 460 millimeters in diameter, which helps increase the speeds and feeds and improve the overall finish of the part. You're sure to find the cold gun used in unique applications like this one, where the cold 20 degree Fahrenheit or minus 7 degrees C air chills the roll to keep the material on the surface from bunching up, jamming, or tearing. The cold gun is ideal for drill and cutter grinding, routing, plunge and form grinding, milling, surface grinding, drilling, tire grinding, bandsawing, plastic machining, laser cutting, for chill rolls, and setting hot melt adhesives. It'll remove heat to prolong tool life and increase the productivity on the machining operations when liquid coolants cannot be used. The cutting, drilling, sawing, and machining of plastics can be a real problem. Depending on the type of the plastic material that's used, it can easily melt and crack. In many cases, it gets gummy, which ruins the tolerances and the finish. The long stringy turnings can block the machinist's view of the part. For most applications, liquid coolant can't be used due to part contamination. The use of the cold gun keeps the part and the tool cool. It eliminates the melting and the cracking while prolonging the tool life. The stringy shavings are eliminated while improving the part tolerances and the dimensional accuracy. The cold gun is an alternative to expensive mist systems. It eliminates the cost associated with the purchase and the disposal of the cutting fluids. This drilling application is one where lubricity is needed due to the deep drilling operation. Prior to installation of the cold gun, a lot more mist coolant was required that ended up covering the machine, the floor, and the operator. As you can see, coolant flow is minimized and the cooling is provided by the cold gun. The elimination of liquid coolant can end worker-related health problems from breathing airborne coolants. There's no longer a need for an expensive mist evacuation system. It also eliminates the possibility of an accident from personnel slipping on a wet floor that's covered with coolant.
The cold gun instantaneously produces cold air from an ordinary compressed air source. Today the ambient temperature is about 75 degrees F or 24 degrees C. Typically compressed air temperature and ambient temperature are about the same. As you can see, using the cold gun we've produced a 50 degree F or 28 degrees C temperature drop.
Do you need more cooling for your application? X-Air's high-power cold gun produces twice the airflow of the standard cold gun. It provides the same 50 degree Fahrenheit temperature drop below the supply air temperature, but twice the amount of cold air. The high-power cold gun was nominated by a panel of judges at Plant Engineering Magazine as a finalist for their 2007 Product of the Year award. The high-power cold gun is used in a wide variety of applications. These parts made for fitness machines are being laser cut. Prior to the installation of the high-power cold gun, the parts took over a minute to cool to a point where they could be picked up with gloves. Now the parts are cooled immediately during the laser cutting operation, and they can be picked up with bare hands. In this application, the high-power cold gun eliminates the chipping and splintering of PVC pipe that is cut to length. The single-point hose kit, which is included with the Model 5215 cold gun system and Model 5230 high-power cold gun system, is recommended for applications where a concentrated airflow is needed, such as drilling and grinding operations. The dual-point hose kit, which is included with the Model 5315 cold gun system and Model 5330 high-power cold gun system, is recommended for applications where the heat is generated over a larger surface area. It's ideal for applications such as bandsawing, milling, and setting hot melt adhesives. Replace your messy mist system and improve dry machining operations with X-Air's cold gun or high-power cold gun air coolant system. They're intelligent compressed air products that are built to last. If you'd like to know more about X-Air's cold gun products, please contact an X-Air application engineer at 1-800-903-9247 for the US and Canada. Our worldwide number is 513-671-3322. It always happens when you least expect it. High temperatures can cook the electronics that control your machines, resulting in erroneous readings, trip outs, or fried circuit boards. A dangerous shock hazard and potential OSHA violation exists when the panel door is open to let a fan blow hot, dirty shop air at the electronics. X-Air cabinet coolers are a low-cost, reliable way to cool and purge electronic control panels with cold air. Cabinet coolers incorporate a vortex tube to produce cold air from compressed air. There are no filters to clog, no CFCs or refrigerant to leak out, no compressor to fail, and best of all, no moving parts to wear out. NEMA 12, 4, and 4X cabinet coolers have been designed to match the NEMA rating of the electrical enclosure. They're UL listed and CE compliant to assure safe operation and are available in many cooling capacities for large and small control panels. The compact cabinet cooler is quickly installed through a standard electrical knockout hole and held in place with the supplied lock nut. The cold air distribution kit consists of clear tubing and adhesive clips that make it easy to direct the cold air to the most sensitive components in the enclosure.